Good afternoon. My name is Sean Dex and I welcome you back to the Manga Grow for your daily analysis video on Bitcoin and Chainlink. Bitcoin breaking out as we speak. I got a fortunate entry right off this level a couple of hours ago. Damn. It's a good day. It's actually pretty funny because just earlier today, I was telling Kusha about how there's very little exciting things to talk about in terms of Bitcoin. We are still playing off those higher time frame levels that we've been talking about over the past few days. But what do you know? Bitcoin deciding to spice things up. So we have some interesting things to talk about today. Where is Bitcoin headed? If you're interested in any of that, you better watch this whole goddamn video. And here we have it, Bitcoin USD on the hourly, and as you can see, Bitcoin looking very nice, bouncing off this key area over here. We'll talk about that very soon, and breaking out of this massive declining trend line that has been governing the price action for Bitcoin ever since our break of the lows at 7,600, right? All the way at around 10,137 was one pivot point, another pivot point at 9,800, and then over here at 9,500, 9,400, and Bitcoin coming all the way and testing that 9,400 region where we are seeing some profit taking. That is to be expected. I'll be expecting some continuation over here. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we get very quickly all the way to around this level over here, a test of this wick, which is lining up to around 9,600. Let's go ahead and put a horizontal over there. In fact, I do believe that that is lining up with the 12-hour 200 MA. Yes, perfectly. So yes, I will be expecting at least a test of the 12-hour 200 MA. Now the question is, if Bitcoin gets there, will Bitcoin break it? If Bitcoin breaks the 12-hour 200 MA and actually closes above it, that is going to be very key. Some of you who have been following us over here at Mango for a while may remember how we used the 12-hour 200 MA as a very nice pivot zone to take successful trades towards the upside. Let me go ahead and find it. I think it was right over here, right on the first few tests. We were using the 12-hour 200 MA as a support area. We took the buy over here and had a very nice trade to the upside, and then took the buy again, a nice trade to the upside. Very simple. Now the question is, can we break this towards the upside? Because if we do, we're going to have a resistance line that flips back into support. Remember guys, it was a support zone. We broke it to the downside, it flips into resistance, and now we're going to do the opposite. Okay, but we'll have to wait to see if that happens. Okay, so now I want to switch back on over to the 1 hour time frame, and I want to talk about why I took my trade over here. It may seem like I'm taking my trade off the lower time frame and that I'm playing this pattern over here, and that's not wrong, that's not wrong, but that's not what I did. As you guys know, I use patterns more of a tertiary tool, and I look at the lower time frames more to add more conviction for my trade. So I want to give you guys the whole holistic picture of why I took my trade on this level over here. As you guys can see, or perhaps you guys may be able to see this this red text over here that I have marked on this dotted orange line. It says 3-day 21 EMA and weekly 21 EMA. Now I label that line over there so that just in case we come down there and I see a trade opportunity, I'll be able to take it without thinking too much about it, right? I'll be able to jump on the opportunity. As you guys know, the 3-day time frame, the 21 EMA as well as the weekly 21 EMA confluencing on that level is a very strong probability trade, right? Does it need to work out all the time? No, but it is a strong probability trade. Let's go ahead and look at that right now while I move this hair out of my eye. And here's the 3-day time frame. You can see the 3-day 21 EMA coming right over there, the weekly 21 EMA coming right over there too, right? So those were the high level time frames I was looking at to base my trade off, right? We had the 3-day 21 EMA as well as the weekly 21 EMA. I then switch on over to my lower time frames, my 1 hour, my 4 hour, look at everything over there, and then look for a booster for my trade to see that, hey, will I be seeing anything anytime soon? Should I be jumping on this, right? And we had a few things. Ashok earlier this morning in the seed program pointed out that on the 2-hour time frame we might be double bottoming, and he turned out to be right about that, right? He looked at this W over here and he saw that, and then we talked about, hey, we actually might be missing something even bigger, and that's when we spotted this falling wedge over here, how this trend line over here was guiding this price action, it lined up with the double bottom too. Then finally on the 1 hour time frame, what we noticed was we were printing in some strong bullish divergence. As you guys can see, price made a double bottom over here while the oscillator has actually made a higher low, right? So what do we have in total? We had the 3-day 21 EMA, the weekly 21 EMA. We had a falling wedge onto those levels along with bullish divergence, and not to mention the double bottom that Ashok pointed out as well. So now the question is, what am I looking for Bitcoin to do? Well, it is unfortunately a if this then that scenario. Bitcoin has made a quite significant move over here, breaking this descending trend line that has been governing the price action ever since we had the breakout. Okay, so how many days has this been? This has been a good 5 days and 10 hours, right? So this move over here does have some implications. Now what we want to see is follow through. The key thing for me is going to be that 12 hour. If the 12 hour can actually close above the 200 MA over here, then I'm going to look for a real continuation of this trend, and I'm going to say that, hey, we had the impulsive move, we had the consolidation, and now we're having the next leg of the trend continuation. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin to do. We can go ahead and look at the 4-day, guys. The 4-day 21 EMA was also coming around that level. This was the top of the cloud for the 4-day as well as the 21 EMA right over there, right? So the 4-day is closing on the 1st of November, so the brand new month is going to be confluencing with a brand new 4-day. If the 4-day can also close about the Tenkin over here, I'm going to really like what I see. Okay, I also want to see what Bitcoin is doing on the 1 hour time frame with the Ichimoku chart on. I want to see its most immediate resistance that it has to deal with. Wow, so Bitcoin actually powering through, having that edge-to-edge trade, closing underneath the cloud but closing over the Kijun. So the next step that I'll be looking for Bitcoin to actually accomplish is to close above the cloud over here. I'm pretty sure that will also line up with us taking over the 4-hour Tenkin. Yes, we will be also closing over the 4-hour Tenkin. By the way, another quick note for you guys is to check out the 6-hour. Okay, the 6-hour is very underrated. As you can see, even though Bitcoin looked very bearish and shook out a lot of people on the lower time frames, especially the 4-hour and the 1 hour, if you guys increase your time frame just a little bit to the 6-hour, right? I know you guys like playing the lower time frame, so look at the 6-hour instead. I do remember us talking about this too a few months ago, where we talked about how the 6-hour is going to be very key to keep an eye on. If you guys kept playing the lower time frames, I'm sure some of you guys did keep an eye on the 6-hour, because look at this, the 6-hour closed every single candle above the 21 EMA. We never lost the 21 EMA on the 6-hour. We found support over here on it on the first drive down, and then we came down, support, drived up, and found that resistance on the Tenkin on the 6-hour. So keep an eye on this, guys, if you guys are playing the lower time frames. Now we can go ahead and look at Chainlink. I do want to wrap this video up. Again, guys, Bitcoin one step at a time. If Bitcoin closes the 12-hour above the 200 MA, I'll be looking for continuation. If we see that rejection over here and we get back into the wedge, that's gonna be a little ugly, and we'll give you guys an update, or we'll talk about that when we get there. I really am not leaning towards that happening, right? We are coming to a conclusion of the month. We are coming to a conclusion of the 4-day too. We do not want to be losing the 4-day 21 EMA. That's all the way down at 9,000. I took my trade off the 8,976 level. I was actually not keen on taking a trade. I'm already well positioned, but this one was just way too good to let pass, man. There was too many things that Bitcoin had going for it on this level. Okay, so that's that. Let's switch on over to Link, and I do think I have it opened up over here. Yep, we have Link on the weekly chart, and I do want to start with the weekly chart because it's going to be very key. As you guys can see, we are using the purple line that we marked last week, I believe, still as resistance. We have failed to close the week above it, of course, but that's not a death sentence at all. If you guys do remember, this line over here, okay, this gray line, the $2.50 was the main level we were looking for Link to close on the weekly above, and we did that. It took some time, right? It took 1 week, 2 weeks, and then on the 3rd week we closed above it right at the very end, right? It looked a little shaky, it looked a little hairy. Now over here you're seeing that Link coming down and using that level as support, which is a very good sign. If you guys want to make your lives easier, okay, simply wait and play Link on the weekly time frames, because this could have an explosive move towards the upside. And the next level that I'll be looking for on Link is the $3.40 mark. If we can close a weekly above the $2.84 mark, okay, is that yep, $2.80 to round it off. So that's what we're looking for on the weekly chart. Let's go on over to the daily and see what we have going on over there. And the daily is still looking very, very beautiful, right? We haven't lost the 21 EMA at all, trending on the 21, and it looks like we are flagging over here. Jesus Christ, we're flagging against the major weekly level. This is a massive ascending triangle. Holy shit. So I think I'm going to be revisiting this later tonight, and I'll be looking to take a trade off this. But the thing that's bothering me is that Link isn't looking as strong on the Bitcoin chart, but that's going to mean very, very little if Link can actually close above this level even on the daily now, because we're having a massive ascending triangle over here on the daily. We are closing the week in a few days as well. What day is it? Jesus, this is one of the beautiful things of not having a corporate job, eh? I don't know what day of the week it is most of the time. It's amazing. I just hate it. Always looking forward towards my weekend, you know. I was always counting the days until the Friday, and then when Sunday evening came up, I was like, oh god, Monday again. So yeah, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, we were talking about this ascending triangle over here and how it's lining up with the end of the week, right? If this triangle breaks up, it could line up with a break of this weekly level over here at $2.84. Remember guys, it is Thursday, and we have only a few days to go before this triangle comes to an apex, right? And these ascending triangles typically break around 75% into the triangle. So we can go ahead and do a measured move of that. We can take this area over here all the way down to the 10kin. Now again, there's no perfect way to do this. Let me go ahead and do this anyways. And wow, this is actually measuring up perfectly with our $3.43 mark that we marked on our weekly time frame. That's lining up with these guys over here. Okay, this breakdown of Link on the USD time frame on the Coinbase chart. Now that's the weekly level, right? Our daily resistance level, our major daily resistance level, could have Link wicking all the way up to $3.86. I do believe we had that as a target as well, right? Or am I getting confused? Okay, so those are our major levels moving forward, perhaps all the way up to $5.12 if this actually has a mega run. Okay, so that's almost a 2x from you guys on the USD chart. I wonder if that lines up with Bitcoin also doing something crazy. That would be amazing, eh? Okay, so that's it for Link USD. We can go ahead and look at Link BTC quickly to wrap things up. Again, Link BTC still using our green box territory as major support. That is lining up with our 2-day 21 EMA, 2-day Tenkin, and 2-day Kijun as well. So this is a major area for Link BTC on the Bitcoin pairing. Of course, does Link have a bounce over here? Can Link outperform Bitcoin, right? That is the question. That is the big question, at least for me. And yep, that's it for today guys. I do want to keep this video under 15 minutes. I hope I managed to keep it under 15 minutes. Throw it a like, throw it a subscribe. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, do it the mango way, do it the stress-free way.